Hey everybody, how's it going? Jules here. I just want to show you how to make a simple vegan salad. I guess it's kind of an oxymoron, vegan salad, because usually salads are vegan, but there's so many things you could put in them that are not vegan. But without further ado, here is my Tabouleh hybrid knockoff salad. I know, you're super excited to be making this vegan Lenten salad, but first things first, please put your hair in a ponytail or a bun if it is long, so none of that hair gets in the food. Also, take off your chipped nail polish, wash your hands, get under those nails. You want to be nice and clean so none of that gross stuff gets into your food. Now we're going to wash all of our produce. That is one of the most important steps in my humble opinion because you want your produce to be nice and clean when you're cooking with it. Especially your greens because they are full of dirt. So as you will see, I have a beautiful bunch of parsley, dill, and purple basil, very commonly found in Armenia, otherwise known as mixed greens. In the summer and fall months, oftentimes you'll find cilantro in these bunches instead of parsley. It's really whatever's in season. I love to smell it. It smells so good. So I like to snap it at where the stems meet the leaves because why use a knife if you don't have to? And then get another quick sniff because it smells really good. So what I like to do is fill up a bowl with water, give it a zhuzh, and then repeat that process about 2 or 3 times until the water does not have any dirt in it anymore. And you will see and you will be amazed at how much dirt comes out of these greens that you would never have seen if you had just used a sieve or just ran it under the water alone. So after you're done washing your greens, place them on the towel, and then we'll move on to the carrots. So for the carrots, I like to take off the skin with a peeler, and then I like to shred them because I like them in tiny little shreds, because that's just my preference. If you don't like that, you can just cut them up into whatever size you want. It is your salad. So I like to use this particular side of the shredder, and I just shred the whole thing and try not to shred the tips of my fingers. Just kind of keep your fingers curled and be careful when you're doing it, especially when you get down to that little nub at the end. Now we're moving on to the red pepper. If you don't like red pepper, you can use orange pepper, or you can use green pepper, or yellow pepper. It is your salad. You can use whatever pepper you want. If you want to use a hot pepper, go right ahead. I'm not really into hot peppers, but that's fine. So I like to dice these in little tiny pieces because again, I want my salad to be very dainty. Moving on to the cucumber. I'm only using maybe 1/3 of it because it's only for Demo and I don't like wasting salad because that is a shame. So I like to, again, cut those into little quarters and just add that to my salad. Next is going to be the tomato, and this is tough because I can't really show you in full, but I like to get them very, very tiny in little diced pieces. And it gets a little bit messy, so make sure your knife is very sharp. So this is what it looks like now before adding the greens to it. It looks really good. Now I'm going to start chopping up my mixed green bunch. And this shouldn't take that long. I'm speeding up the video a little bit so you can see not in real time, but just how it goes. But it really takes maybe about a minute or 2. So have patience, and if you don't, use your food processor. I do not have a food processor, so I do it by hand, but you know what? I think I'm stronger for it. So I'm just going to chop this up until it's as fine as I want. I like it really fine, but if I don't have the strength, I'm fine with a medium fine. But if you have trouble swallowing or chewing, probably finer is better. So now I'm adding salt and I'm adding the rest of my seasonings. These seasonings I buy in Armenia, but if you don't have these seasonings in your country, you probably could find them separately. This seasoning packet is for Korean Russian salad, made with carrots, and this seasoning packet, and I think it has coriander seeds in it crushed up. I'm not particularly sure, but it tastes really good. This is red pepper, like a paprika, I guess. Sweet pepper is what they call it here. And then this one is a dried parsley and pepper, black pepper mix. Now I'm adding some vinegar. I'm doing about 2 tablespoons, not really an exact measurement because, again, I don't really care. As long as it tastes good, it doesn't need to be exact for this recipe because this is my salad. So I'm adding 3 of these tablespoons full of sunflower oil because that is the cheap oil here and it is the most readily available. If you want to use olive oil, go for it. If you want to use canola oil, go for it. We don't really have canola oil here, and if we do, it's probably more expensive than sunflower oil. So I'm just going to use sunflower oil. Then give it a good mix, and this is what the final product looks like. Make sure you have some lavash or some bread, unless you are celiac, in which case do not have any bread, unless it's gluten-free. You don't have to have it if you don't want to, but I like it. So that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos about my life here in Armenia. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye!